first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
Multiple emergency alert warning systems out of commission and a scheduled test of those sirens scrubbed. What Guam Homeland Security officials are saying to assure the community they have other avenues in place to keep you in the know. I'm Nick Delgado with a report coming up.
Some Guam inmates could serve their time in Saipan's prison. I'm Tomas Manglona with a story and discussion between the Guam and NMI corrections chiefs.
Reports of illnesses continue to soar across the nation. I'm Destiny Cruz coming up with what this means for us here in Guam, as local doctors share important reminders on how to stay healthy during this holiday season.
Hafa and good evening, Guam. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Jason Salas.
And I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Nick and Destiny are on assignment. We thank you for making us a part of your day. Well, a concerning article in the Defense Post reports the U.S. military plans to deploy ground-based intermediate-range missiles in the Indo-Pacific come next year. The report stating it's to enhance deterrence against China. A senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, Ankit Panda, is quoted in the article stating these will be permanently deployed to U.S. territories in the region, primarily Guam. The Army hasn't revealed a deployment location.
Now, in response, the Army's Pacific Public Affairs Officer, Colonel Rob Phillips, tells KUAM News, quoting him, "We can confirm that this year's Halifax International Security Forum, General Charles Flynn, Commanding General for the U.S. Army Pacific, reminded media that the U.S. Army regularly executes high-mobility artillery rocket systems operations in a number of countries in support of Operation Pathways, training exercises, and operations such as the Joint Pacific Multinational Readiness Center. Additionally, he says U.S. Army Pacific intends to deploy HIMARS, SM-6s, and Tomahawk missiles into the Indo-Pacific region." That, of course, the colonel. Now, the military does note while they intend to deploy the system into the region, there is no word yet on exactly where or when that may be. In other news tonight, the test is scrubbed today for the All Hazards Alert Warning System due to an unspecified issue that Guam Homeland Security is working on, Mitsuki, with its vendor.
That's right, Jason. The sirens, which warn the community of threats like tsunamis, hasn't been at 100% for months after taking on severe damage from Typhoon Mawar. As KUAM's Nick Delgado reports, emergency officials assure the public multiple alert systems are in place to keep us safe.
An early morning scare for Guam, the CNMI, Yap, and Palau following a 7.6 earthquake Sunday in the Philippines. The National Weather, Guam, posting this tsunami threat on its Facebook page after the quake hit at 12:37 a.m. Sunday. The post sending a shockwave of comments, reactions, and shares, many sending prayers. Moments later, the weather officials bringing calm, updating we were in the clear, confirming no tsunami threat. The big quake was just one of several local officials watched. We spoke with Guam Homeland Security spokesperson Jenna Blas Monday afternoon.
Our office received notification that there were a few very large earthquakes that happened in the Philippines late Sunday as well as early this morning. So we continuously monitor these types of instances and receive those updates from our partner organizations with the National Weather Service and the U.S. Geological Survey. But yeah, those were pretty large earthquakes that were happening in our region.
The social media notice of the threat, however, was sent out in the middle of the night while many were tucked away in bed. Blas assuring the public had this been a major concern, the public would have been in the know.
In the event of an actual emergency, our office would utilize all of the different means necessary that we have on hand. Our office would utilize the emergency alert system, and that's the little system that you see either overriding your television or even your radio system. We also have what's called alert beacons. We have those pre-positioned in many of the mayor's offices, as well as the Guam Department of Education schools and some other partner agencies.
But one system that remains broken in the aftermath of Typhoon Mawar is the emergency sirens set up throughout the island. Only 4 were last said to be working, but that was a few months back.
And until this day, we still haven't been able to identify the exact number that are completely functioning and operational.
Guam Homeland now working out unspecified issues with its vendor after having the Scrub Tuesday scheduled test of the system. A new test date has not yet been set. For now, Blas wants the public to know
we would absolutely use all means necessary that we could. And what we ask from the community in the meantime, until these all hazards alert warning system sirens are completely operational, is really just to provide information that you can or that you receive to either your neighbors or your loved ones that are as a whole community approach. So if you're able to receive notifications either through email or even social media, maybe it's as simple as sharing those notifications with a family member that doesn't either have internet or they don't have social media, and really helping us get that information out further.
Now, you may have seen these tsunami evacuation route and assembly area signs across the island. Keep those in mind when putting together your tsunami preparedness plan. We've also got a full list of Guam Homeland Security's tsunami preparedness tips right now on KUAM.com. Nick Delgado, KUAM News.
All right, Nick, thanks so much. Now, the number of defendants sent back to prison in other news on new criminal charges has tripled over the last month. Guam's Attorney General has confirmed those figures in the latest catch, release, and reoffend report.
That's right, AG Doug Moylan calling the uptick alarming. Jillian Hernandez reports.
November was a busy time for law enforcement. Guam's Attorney General announcing over a 30-day period, 89 people were charged. And of that amount, 18 defendants were already in the criminal justice system. The AG's catch, release, and reoffend report noting the amount of repeat offenders spiked from just 6 counted in October. AG Doug Moylan admits there is a break in the system. He believes those accused of committing new crimes should have never been released from prison.
These defendants, we're finding in the AG's office that there's career repeat. The United States right now, every jurisdiction is dealing with why are we releasing people if we've got probable cause and they have a high propensity to offend again, to hurt somebody when they're released. Our position has been that most of these people should be kept behind bars, and those that are left out should be having a cash bail or something, a home arrest, house arrest, or electronic monitoring with the ankle bracelets.
He adds one solution would be for all 3 branches of government to work together to protect the community.
The governor has most of the $1.1 billion that they just appropriated. She needs to set the priorities, if that is the priority of this governor. The Department of Corrections has already slated, they've got plans on the table to expand their facility. As an Attorney General, expand your facility. Don't give us the excuse that we have to release dangerous people back into this community. That is not the solution.
For now, Moylan says his office continues filing written motions showing criminal history backgrounds and utilizing their deportation program. Julian Hernandez, KUAM News.
Thanks, Jules. Now on to regional news. Some Guam inmates could serve their time in Saipan's prison. That's the aim of early discussions between the corrections chiefs of Guam and the CNMI taking place this week.
Our Tomas Manglonia has this next report.
This Wednesday, I'll be meeting with Guam brass, Guam DOC officials. They'll be coming from Guam, and we'll be meeting here to discuss the plan to have Guam inmates come into Saipan. So that's a generating revenue stream that we're looking into. We're going to help Guam help us help them.
The Saipan prison can hold up to 500 inmates and currently houses just under 200 people. CNMI Department of Corrections Commissioner Anthony Torres sees it as an opportunity to generate revenue with rehabilitation at the forefront.
And we're going to meet, and they're bringing a working group out here, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk, and we're going to do another tour of the facility.
The meeting will include Guam DOC Director Fred Bordalio and his team.
We all know that Guam is facing some overcrowding issues, and we want to alleviate that overcrowding by housing them here. And it's also a way for us to generate revenue. An example, say we start with 100 inmates. 100 inmates at 120 per diem, that's 4.3 million a year. You know? And then I can identify those generating revenue funds for inmate pay, to fix my kitchen, to expand on my outreach with the agriculture and some of these other rehabilitative programs. I'm not going to wait around for grants and federal grants to happen. I'm gonna see what we can do to get these funds going and to to help our staff and inmates.
The discussion this week is a first step to exploring the possibility of housing Guam inmates on Saipan, but Torres says he's committed to seeing it through. It's just a matter of when. Tsunami Department of Corrections is also working to expand its capacity with plans to train 25 new officers next year to add to its current team of 110 officers. Tomas Maglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
All right, let's bring our news back here at home. As in environmental headlines, an oil spill on Route 1 over in Tumuning in central Guam caused backed up traffic for quite a bit yesterday. The Department of Public Works had their work cut out for them as about 200 feet of roadway near a busy intersection was covered in the mess.
Right, Jason. Thankfully, it was all cleaned up yesterday, but officials admit the accident is a bit unusual. By the time they got on scene, the responsible party was long gone.
A traffic delay for motorists around lunchtime Monday on Route 1 Marine Corps Drive near the busy JFK intersection due to an oil spill. Guam police on scene for traffic control, closing southbound lanes starting around noon. The Department of Public Works highway maintenance and construction workers poured white sand to soak up the oil. DPW Acting Director Linda Ibanez tells KUAM in a phone interview about 200 feet of roadway from Esclados to the traffic signal at JFK was covered in oil.
We got a call concerning an oil spill in our routed roads. EPA was on site too. The immediate remedy to cure the oil spill was to put sand so it absorbs all the oil.
DPW cleaned up the mess and all lanes were reopened before mid-afternoon Monday. The cause of the oil spill still under investigation. The individual responsible long gone by the time officials arrived. Ibanez noting it's unusual.
It's unusual. Usually a contractor or a business owner or an individual usually waits and they help assist DPW in the cleanup. But like I said, I'm not fully aware and the investigation is ongoing.
GPD spokesperson Officer Berlin Savella confirming no one has come forward yet claiming responsibility. Meantime, Guam Environmental Protection Agency also responded to the scene. Oil spills on roadways can cause environmental pollution, pose a health hazard, and damage infrastructure. No word yet if the responsible party will be issued any penalties.
Now we are going to take a quick pause, but please don't go too far.
More from your leader in local news when we return.
Peacock is streaming your NBC local station now.
A tip sending police.
Get your local news and weather.
Wow, definitely one of a kind.
At home or on the go.
Mitigation process.
Plus, your favorite NBC shows. From morning till night, live.
Welcome to Today. So good to have you with us.
You make a great team, huh?
And so much more.
Welcome aboard.
That was awesome.
All in one place. Streaming now on Peacock.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There it is. My dad went EV.
It's electric. Don't be shocked.
Guy who's eternally locked out of his email is going EV. Ooh, nice car.
Actually, it's an EV. Rhymes with Kev. Look, EVIP parking.
I get it. You think they don't charge fast enough or go far enough.
Up to 80% charge in 18 minutes. Range? Heck, we could go to Mexico.
Are you Kevin Bacon?
But EVs aren't going to stop being a thing. Look at the Ioniq 6.
Maca mushroom frap for Kevin.
So just make the leap already.
Okay, watch this. Blue or red? Blue light, red light. I can also make it play nature sounds if you want.
Let's just drive.
Introducing the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 with up to 360-mile range. When it comes to EVs, we're thinking of every mile.
Don't need to work, babe. Keep the smile on your face.
the moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Welcome back to the show. Now to a notice to fight, Matsuki, the bite.
That's right. This after a new case of dengue fever is confirmed on Guam. Department of Public Health officials believe a patient who traveled to Guam brought it here. The case was confirmed through a blood test sample. This is the second confirmed case on island this year.
Now, in response, officials with environmental health canvassed homes within the neighborhood of the confirmed dengue fever case on Monday, with Chief Environmental Public Health Officer Tom Nadeau saying, quote, although dengue fever is not endemic to our island, unlike many parts of Asia and many parts of the Pacific, this new case highlights it is an ongoing threat to the health of our people. He also reminds the public the virus is only transmitted to humans by the bite of an infected mosquito. You can learn more about dengue fever on KUAM.com. Moving on in our rundown now, local health experts are weighing in on how you and your loved ones could stay healthy this festive season to ensure the flu and other viruses will not be the Grinch stealing the holidays.
Destiny Cruz reports.
'Tis the season for the flu. Amid the thick of the holidays and in the peak of the burr months, flu and RSV cases are rising nationally. On Guam, the island's flu season typically begins earlier than the U.S. mainland. Public Health Chief Medical Officer Dr. Bob Leon Guerrero says in August, cases of RSV, COVID-19, and influenza were most prominent. While the island is close to the tail end of the flu season, he cautions residents not to let their guard down and to be cautious of other respiratory viruses alongside influenza type A and B.
This time of the year, we are seeing probably some other respiratory viruses. We have three, I think 2 or 3 kids in the ICU that are negative for RSV, COVID, and influenza, but they're having some sort of respiratory virus that's causing them to have some issues.
Dr. Leon Guerrero stressing the same advice given during the COVID-19 pandemic.
During the height of the COVID, people were really paying attention. They're wearing their masks, washing their hands, and other respiratory viruses like influenza, RSV, were almost non-existent in the first 2-3 years of COVID. Now people are more inclined to not wear their masks, not wash their hands, not social distance, start smoking more.
Additionally, flu shots for anyone 6 months and older is recommended.
So see your doctor, try to get tested to see if you have influenza, COVID, or RSV.
As for RSV, he says the virus tends to severely impact infants and the elderly, adding vaccinations to aid the most vulnerable populations are underway.
We're at the tail end, but to help, because there's going to be kids coming in from college, spreading it. So to the ones that didn't get infected, there's a good chance you can get it. So the best way to avoid is, again, try to get the vaccines if available, and also, if you're sick or somebody is sick, ask them to wear a mask to help decrease the risk of spread, and then wash hands.
An important message to help us all enjoy the holiday season. Destiny Cruz, KUAM News.
The Small Business Administration will be closing its Dededo Disaster Loan Outreach Center in about 1 week. U.S. SBA Associate Administrator Francisco Sanchez says they opened the center to provide personalized assistance to Guam businesses and residents affected by Typhoon Mawar. The center, which is located at the Stumbo Senior Center, has been offering applicants a venue to ask questions and learn about the disaster loan program, along with closing out their approved disaster loans.
The center will close operations next Wednesday the 13th, and so far the SBA has approved 254 disaster business loans totaling more than $40.4 million, along with more than 2,300 disaster loans for homeowners and renters totaling more than $209 million.
Well, Jason, a core part of teaching is making sure every student feels safe and supported in their classroom.
That's absolutely correct. And Dr. Ron Canos was awarded the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Teaching grant by the National Society of High School and was awarded the diversity, like as I said, that very prestigious award very recently. Jonah Gancharfers reports.
Dr. Ron Canos has been teaching for over 2 decades now at the home of the Sharks in Jigo. And Canos, who is a National Board Certified Teacher in Visual Arts, recently was a recipient of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Teaching grant by the National Society of High School. This grant recognizes educators who actively promote effective diversity and inclusion initiatives in their school or greater community.
I think it's important to always think of diversity and equity and inclusion on the forefront of education, because we all know that education itself is very diverse and people learn in very different ways, and we have to be able to open up our teaching and our instruction to the myriad of ways that students can learn.
In doing that, Canos says you're giving greater opportunities for students. Upon hearing he was one of 5 educators awarded the grant, he was filled with excitement and started to brainstorm how to use the grant.
How are we celebrating diversity? How are we celebrating equity and inclusion of our student body? And so we're actually going to try to move a little bit outside of the in-class stuff and try to move into things like how do we celebrate our role models, our student role models? How do we celebrate groups that are achieving at a higher level by being diverse and by being themselves and expressing themselves in those ways.
One of the first things he did was support the Lady Sharks, who won the championship for volleyball.
We looked at that particular team and we just looked at the diversity of the players, and we were just so happy to see everybody there from very different walks of life, different cultural backgrounds, different individual perspectives, and they were all working together and uniting as one and accomplishing a goal. And we thought, hey, that's a great thing to celebrate.
He also plans to use some of the funds to help out the Jigo community, but Canos says it's one grant of many out there for educators.
I'm not doing anything special that other teachers are doing out there. We're all looking for that extra little penny that we could put into our classrooms. So when I go looking for grants, I'm always looking for how am I going to be able to get some supplemental funds to just keep my kids engaged, keep my students engaged, get them involved in things, buy equipment, things like that, inventory of materials, resources.
And if there's any message this 2008 Guam Teacher of the Year could get out to his fellow educators to help encourage them, it'd be this.
This is a really challenging landscape we're working in right now in education. And I think a big kudos goes out to the teachers who are in the trenches, who are working hard to navigate these challenges. We have to lean on our talents as well as teachers, as educators. But more importantly, we should never forget that it's always about the students.
Jonah Gancharfers, KUAM News.
Okay, more news for you now. Are you happen to be wondering how to keep your middle schoolers busy this Christmas break?
We've got one idea. The University of Guam is hosting a free philosophy day camp that aims to nurture critical thinking in our youth. Here's more.
Our Island, Our Future. University of Guam philosophy professor Jonathan Wirtz is directing a free philosophy camp for students starting this winter break.
So Our Island, Our Future is a camp designed for children 8 to 18. We have 2 camps, one winter for middle schoolers and one summer for high schoolers. And the goal of the camp is to give children and teenagers a space to talk about pressing issues facing Guam in its future.
The first camp, kicking off this December, is for middle schoolers ages 8 to 13. The second camp will be held next summer for high schoolers. The camps focus on a wide range of critical topics, from environmental ethics to self and identity, to community and fairness, and to social media and technology.
The way that I explain it is that Guam, I think, is at a very important moment in its history. You know, we have the climate crisis. There is all these kind of global events happening with the wars. The economy is not doing so great, right? And there are these questions that are popping up, these new questions that are showing up that no one's really asked before.
Worth adding, historically, children have been kept out of philosophy, but the practice is uniquely equipped to allow youth to think critically.
Not only does it help them emotionally speaking, it helps them think about their own emotions, how they feel, what are the right ways to feel in certain instances, but it also helps them think about problems from different perspectives. It allows them to see conceptual analysis rather than just always focusing on the specific details.
The goal of the camp is to prompt philosophical conversations through fun games and activities, not through your usual academic setting.
We're gonna have fun, we're gonna play video games, we're gonna do arts and crafts, we're gonna read some little stories, and importantly, we're also gonna have group discussions about big ideas.
The first session is from December 18th to the 22nd, with the second session from December 26th to the 30th. There are 30 openings for each session. To sign up, you can scan this QR code on KUAM.com. Registration closes this Friday. Meantime, Wirtz is asking for food sponsors to help provide lunch for campers next summer.
One of the big goals that we have for this camp is we really want to try to get children who typically wouldn't have these opportunities to come to our camp. And one of the big obstacles that lower income families have is food. And so one of the things we are really looking for is food sponsors to try and help accommodate lower income families to send their kids to us so that we can have fun with them and, you know, we can feed them and take care of them for the working day and then send them back home whenever their parents are back from the work.
Now for a look at your road at home.
Very nice. This is actually a view captured of school-decorated Christmas trees on display at DFS in Garapan, up there in Saipan. I haven't been to Garapan in some time, but I got to go back because I got to see these Christmas trees.
Definitely, and this view plus more you can listen to on Chamorro Christmas Music, streaming now on Isla Digital Radio.
Zoom Zoom! 'Tis the season for speed, and Docomo Pacific is putting prepaid customers in the fast lane. Starting November 3rd, 2023 to January 31st, 2024, every $5 prepaid card purchase from a participating store gives Docomo Pacific customers a chance to win a brand new Mazda 3. So load up at participating stores and drop off your entry to any Docomo Pacific retail store. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com for details.
Jack, the data shows that people love our more flavorful Ultimate Cheeseburgers.
Show me the data. So the data's good.
The data's real good.
Well, actually, it's the best data I've ever had.
My best-selling Ultimate Cheeseburgers, now seasoned as they grill.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the Tsunami, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Are you ready to drive into the future? Introducing the all-new BMW i Family, Guam's only all-electric luxury vehicle. Be a part of the electrifying future with the all-new BMW i Family. Now available at Atkins Kroll.
Triple treat box 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, 5 breadsticks, and a pizza plus another pizza. Triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Infectious disease transmission prevention in the workplace. It's not if, it's when. Are you ready? Be prepared. VIA Hawaii is offering free training for workers and employers.
KUAM Sports Ambassadors is brought to you by Subway, Powerade, and Body Armor. By this point, you've surely heard about the sheer dominance of the Father Duenas Friars on the gridiron. The perfect season. Again. A class that went all through high school without ever having lost a game. Again. Shutting out a very, very game Guam High Panthers team. Again.
Honestly, feels great, like being able to say that we were able to continue the streak and like this great accomplishment. It means a lot for us to be going out with a bang.
Vance Minow and Alex Sojo play with pride en route to their 8th straight championship with a defense that didn't surrender a single point all season long.
Yeah, you know what they say, defense wins games, and just that number 0 it was a good number to defend, and it just gave us something to strive for, you know, just gave us something to defend, and you know, it was just something we had to protect every game, and the closer people got, the harder we worked to defend it, you know, the harder we worked to stop it.
Now, it's important to understand something. Nothing about this year's title run was given. Each week, every opponent gave FD their very best shot and wanted to be the one to end the streak. These Friars knew it and worked hard to finish what they started.
For us, with the records we were able to do, it really means a lot to do it on our senior year. And we couldn't do it without just offense, but it took like defense and offense. So it required all of us to just work hard and be dedicated to the sport.
As confident as they are and as much momentum as they built, they still knew it could happen if they didn't perform at their very best. And that is what kept them on track and propelled them to greatness.
Let's go, Friars!
We come back with the same mindset, and we come here to dominate, and we don't come here to just, you know, we work hard in practice, and we know what we can do, and the things we do in practice is all we have to do to get it done.
Now, coaches, classmates, and parents aside, the players themselves developed a common theme for the season as their rallying cry and to stay on task.
Iron sharpens iron, you know, we like to come out and, you know, just come out every day and facing each other is just, you know, it's fun, but it also makes each other better, you know. Defense couldn't have got better without the offense, and, you know, the better we get as a team, you know.
But every class is unique and has its own personality, adding their own distinct mark on history and adding their own chapter to their impressive legacy and the Friar tradition.
What matters is how you do to get past that pressure and overcome. And the way we were able to do it, I'm very grateful, but it was like a blessing.
Finally, these student athletes do what Friars for generations before them have done, leave wisdom and hand off the responsibility of being the next class to win for FD.
Same old story, but same old lesson, but you know, it goes by quick, so never take it for granted, you know. You know, even as the season's just ending, you know, it's just a bittersweet end, you know. Still missing it, but you know, we're happy to be a part of something and happy to, you know, be part of something that doesn't stop with us and just continues, you know.
KUAM Sports Ambassadors is brought to you by Subway, Powerade, and Body Armor.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
You just caught us baking, Jay.
Hello.
We just finished baking your pumpkin bread.
There we go. This is a very special edition of House to Home. That's Liz, that's Gina, I'm Jason behind the camera. We're doing something we haven't done literally in years. We're gonna actually show off a home. And you know this place very, very well, Liz, because it's good enough to be your home as well.
Yes, I live in the building, but this unit is for sale, and this is unit 8B, but it's a beautiful home, great for someone to buy it for Christmas.
Okay, now I'm having fun standing in the doorway, but I would love to see this place.
All right. Check it out.
Wow. Okay, so Liz, give us some of the rundown, the specs. What are we looking at in terms of like square footage?
This particular unit is 3 bedrooms, and as you can see, you've got panoramic ocean views, wide open kitchen. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Square footage is about 2,000 square feet. Other units here are about 2,350. The owner of this unit has 2 units side by side, and he made this just a tad smaller. But as you can see, it's amazing, especially with the views.
Okay, now Gina, is this what people would call, I'm just realizing, is this something like what they would call like an executive home where like...
definitely, this is...
But this is also very livable.
Yeah, this is luxury living on the beach. I mean, take a look at this, Jason. How could you compare that to anything else, right? For, you know, for people that are in the market that are looking for something with beachfront, ocean view, this is pretty much the cream of the crop, I'd say.
You can just walk onto the beach if you take a look. Your white sandy beaches on Tula Bay. And the highlight is we have Clyde, who comes by. He's a stingray who swims right on Tumon Bay. And that family has grown. There was one video taking of 3 other baby stingrays.
Yes. The selfies you are going to be able to take here, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, investors and owners, is very, very, very interesting. But Gina, of course, you said this is 2-bedroom, or I'm sorry, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. Can we take a look at some of those?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, now this is the master bedroom, right?
This is the master
This is the master bedroom.
Yeah, master bath. And we're encouraged nowadays to call it the primary room.
Okay.
Primary room.
Everybody's being politically correct these days, right?
Or silly, you know, one of the other.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm not calling this the primary restroom, like Liz. This is premium bathroom right here.
Yes,
this is it.
You've got your jacuzzi tub.
Jacuzzi and a shower right next to each other. This is relaxing just looking at it.
Yep. Get a glass of wine, fill the tub, have a nice relaxing afternoon.
And you know what? I love the show Miami Vice. I am all about the glass bricks. I love those.
Lots of closet space, Jace.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of closet space. And you know, I mean, some people just want Tumon.
This is lovely too. That's a very nice touch. If you get, if you get like the right, like Venetian blinds and everything like that in the middle of the day when we're shooting this, that's really cool too. I'm very easily impressed, as you can tell. And this is available right now. This is on the market. This is listed in MLS right now.
It's listed in MLS.
I doubt by the time we finish recording this episode that this thing is still going to be on the market. So jump now, everybody.
Well, it'd be a great holiday gift. What do you think?
How long has it been on the market?
It's been on the market a couple months because the owner was actually painting. He wanted to make sure the unit was ready. He put in brand new blinds, painted the whole interior of the unit, got it ready.
Okay, so it wasn't one of those, you know, like as-is units and everything like that. He really did get this ready for the right buyer.
That's correct.
Yeah. Most owners that own these types of luxury units, they make a lot of effort before it gets on the market. They put in what they need to do to make it show well. I mean, you're investing a good sum of money, and they want it to be worth it for you.
How much is this going for?
This is $1.6 million.
All right. It's certainly worth the money. And like ladies, let's end. I was gonna say where we started. Any time of day, Tumon Bay, day or night, looks absolutely picturesque. I mean, it would be impossible to create a painting this beautiful.
That's right.
Let's go outside, actually.
And you know, to find beachfront Tumon Bay these days in a building like this is near impossible.
Yeah, and at this time, I mean, we're shooting this at about 2:30 in the afternoon when we're recording this. It's not hot outside like I thought it was going to be at all. The exposure is very nice. You get a really nice island breeze.
Yes.
But it's not, you know, like, obviously you're not windblown from this.
No, you come home at the end of the day, you sit out here.
Have a glass of wine, do some reading.
Yeah, absolutely. The tranquility.
Where can you go wrong?
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right.
It's beautiful.
Villa Contentasi. That's the kids call it VKT, but you can call it home if you check out Remax Diamond Realty.
Absolutely.
Ladies, thank you very much. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Jace.
House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty. Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Hapaday Guam, my name is Joshua Dunn. I am the Wellness Program Administrator at Calvo Select Care. I'm also a licensed nutritionist and a certified health coach, so effectively my heart is in wellness. As mentioned in last week's show, we'll be starting by conducting interviews with Synergy Studios, one of our key individuals for our wellness features this week. Of course, you know Claire as the original host of the weekday renewals. Obviously, she can't interview herself, so hence me being the host for today. So without further ado, Synergy Studios has been a Select Care partner for some time and offers some really unique experiences for rejuvenating oneself and becoming a healthier person.
Yes.
So tell us about your role at Synergy Studios. Give us a brief history and the mission.
Okay, I'll try to keep it brief.
Okay.
So I am the founder and I am a co-owner of Synergy Studios. We opened back in 2004, so 19 years ago. And our mission from inception has been where fitness meets wellness. So obviously, synergy means the coming together of two or more parts to create a result greater than the individual parts. So fitness, wellness, mind, body, spirit. There's so many different ways that we try to integrate the holistic approach to wellness. So we have everything from fitness classes, we have over 30 classes a week, to our wellness umbrella, which is everything from energy work to far-infrared saunas, to detox programs, and yoga retreats and the like.
Wow, that's awesome. So we've got a lot of fitness partners with Calvo Select Care. What makes Synergy Studios particularly unique?
Okay, let's see. Well, every fitness partner, I'm sure, has like their own unique spark. And I believe Synergy, aside from being an all-woman-owned business, we truly understand the role of being a working mom. I mean, whether you're actually out working or working at the home. So we are family friendly. You could bring your kids. We have childcare. I mean, you don't leave your kids here all day and then come back, but while you're in class, you could have your kids up at the front. We have classes specifically for kids. We've offered dance and yoga, as well as boxing for kids. Every month, usually we have consistent classes every month, but sometimes interchangeably, like usually summertime or Christmas break. And aside from that, we truly live by our mission. I essentially opened Synergy because moving back to Guam, I was dealing with health issues, and I believe aside from just getting your body physically fit, it works collaboratively. You know, it's an integration of the mind, emotion, spirit, and physical body. So we really truly come from that approach of wellness, the holistic approach to wellness.
Right, the whole person.
Right.
So what's your best advice for somebody on Guam who's trying to become a healthier individual?
Okay, well, the first thing I would say is knock out, try. Just do it. You know, a lot of times I think we have a plan and we're like, okay, I'm gonna plan to do this, and when our words are so powerful, our mind is powerful.
Did you say knock out, try?
Knock out the try and just do it. I think when
the word try.
The word try. So I have an 11-year-old son, and a lot of times words are powerful, and I think when he thinks or he says, oh, I'm gonna try, or oh, I don't know if I could do it, I'm like, no, you are. You say, this is the plan, this is what I'm doing. So it all starts internally, I feel, with your mental approach. I think so many things that we go through in life, physical, you know, this is a fitness studio, but it's also a wellness studio. And I think our mental approach is the most important. So start it with the intention and with that knowing. Maybe even just starting, oh, thank you for this day that I am able to do this, that, and the other. I think a lot of times we approach fitness or getting healthy as like, oh, I gotta eat healthy, or oh, I gotta work out. And it is a blessing to wake up. I mean, if you start your day with that attitude of gratitude, I know it sounds trite, but truly from a space of that attitude of gratitude, like, I have this body, whether you could stand on your own or even sit, or you have eyes that you could see and you have a body to move, that is an incredible opportunity and blessing to move it. It shouldn't feel like, a burden, it's a blessing.
Truly.
So to just have that attitude, it all starts with that attitude.
Yeah, so as a health coach, that really resonates with me because just the way that you talk to yourself,
absolutely.
Does your subconscious actually believe you?
Right.
Right, so instead of I have to, it's I get to.
Yes.
It's an opportunity to do these things, right? Or if you do say, I'll try, right? Does your mind believe you?
Right.
It's the difference between, like, say for example, you're coming in from a vacation, right? And you say, hey Josh, can you pick me up at the airport? And I say, yeah, I'll try.
Not very convincing.
Right, so you're gonna move on, right?
Right.
So you're gonna move on to somebody who's actually gonna pick you up, right?
Yes.
So these words are super powerful.
And not to get down on yourself, like if it doesn't happen that day, not to hold on, because guilt, all those disappointment, those things, you may be for a moment, but let it go. Didn't happen, that's okay. Pick yourself, they say fall down 7, get up 8, right? So pick yourself back up and keep
It's
chugging.
all a learning opportunity, I agree. So do you have any upcoming events or opportunities for wellness that you're excited about and you'd like to share?
Well, we're in the holiday season. We just got done with a 3-week body-mind reset. And it's usually what we do before the holidays and of course right after the holidays, because we know everyone wants to start the new year and start fresh. So we are going to be having in January, so we're still a little bit, in late January, we'll be having another 3-week body, mind, soul reset. And through the holidays, we'll be having the holiday boot camp.
Claire Calvo, everybody, for Synergy Studios, one of our amazing, long-standing wellness partners with Calvo Select Care. Thank you for your time and commitment towards health and wellness on Guam.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm Joshua Dunn, the Wellness Program Administrator at Calvo Select Care. Stay tuned for the weekly renewals as we continue our features on key individuals from our wellness partnerships.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
New chicken nuggets from KFC? Everybody's gonna want these. Let's eat these inside.
Try new Kentucky Fried Chicken Nuggets. You've never had nuggets like these.
While you've been waiting to see if EVs are a thing, my dad went electric.
Up to 360 miles on a single charge.
And if my dad's on board, yours could be next.
You know I'm doing this for the next generation.
Dad, we are not having the grandkids conversation again.
No, I'm just saying EVs are good for any generation. Or all generations. Generationally good.
Introducing the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 with up to 360-mile range. When it comes to EVs, we're thinking of every mile.
Right now at Jack in the Box, you can get 2 breakfast bagels with freshly cracked eggs and melty American cheese served all day. And they go great with my new boba milk tea. Get 2 bagels for just $4.50, which is a huge steal, but not like in an illegal way or anything.
Zoom zoom! 'Tis the season for speed, and Docomo Pacific is putting prepaid customers in the fast lane. Starting November 3rd, 2023 to January 31st, 2024, every $5 prepaid card purchase from a participating store gives Docomo Pacific customers a chance to win a brand new Mazda 3. So load up at participating stores and drop off your entry to any Docomo Pacific retail store. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com for details.
Day has arrived here at the Beauty Hall event in DFS in
That's
2 months.
right. That's right. And Nick, we are so excited to experience so many things like the henna bar, the blowout bar. There's so many things to do. But what we really want to concentrate on just right now is shade matching.
Yeah, so while you can get down here right now and join the festivities here at DFS for the Beauty Hall, we're gonna go get some shade matching. Let's go.
Let the party begin, an evening to get your glam on.
First, we meet up with Val at the mat counter to get us going with a service that's available here all year long.
How's it going, Val?
How's it going?
Happy Beauty Hall Day. I'm Nick.
Nick, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. Oh my god, I met you. Very well. You graced us with your presence. Oh my god.
So how does it work when we're trying to find the right color?
First thing to know is your skin type, dry or oily. Val says good makeup should also include good skincare routine.
In the morning, I always do a salicylic cleanser because I'm also acne prone, and then I follow it with a light moisturizer. I won't disclose from who. And then after that, I follow it with sunblock and then a primer for my makeup.
Okay, yeah, that's actually really great.
Val suggests primers are key to addressing certain areas and using a matte primer in those oily areas and hydrating primer in areas that are dry. A good option for those with combination skin.
Don't forget that SPF to protect your skin from the sunlight. Okay, so here's how to find out what color is best for you.
Time to identify individual undertones. It's as easy as looking at the color of your veins on your wrist. Val notices some greens and blues for me, meaning I've got neutral and yellow undertones.
And green veins for me, showing more yellow undertones.
Val giving us a few options and having us mix it up to keep it clean with a glow.
And the cool thing is, I couldn't even tell. What a match.
Okay guys, well, fun fact, I actually came down here years ago to get my shade match, and I was NC42, and it's looking like NC42 is still holding true to my shade, so NC42 is my perfect match, and I'm so grateful that we know we're not going to be walking around ghostly all the time, but just sometimes. Yay, we got it! And now it's time to see Nick's perfect match.
And so this is my shade NW30, but in looking at photos in my beat from over the weekend, it might be getting a little too dark for me, so we're gonna go a little cooler for the season.
When was the last time you got your shade match?
Oh, you're asking me questions?
Yeah.
Hi. The last time I got my shade match, almost probably never. I just kind of freestyle it, see which goes best for me.
Do you think this was helpful?
So helpful, and now you can come to the beauty hall and see for yourself.
So, Val takes me out of my comfort zone to try out other shades, and it looks like I have a new and cooler match for my beat.
And you know what gets me too is there's so many people in this part of the world on this island that are similar tones, similar shades of skin, so knowing that now I have this other option, wonderful.
Yeah, like,
things you learn at the beauty hall.
And there's more deals here to get you checking off that holiday list.
Also, don't forget to capture your glam moments here.
Oh, that's all ready to go. We got our color matches now.
We did.
Ready to get that hair blown out over at the blowout bar. I'm ready to get beat here.
Only at the beauty hall, guys. We are so excited. We cannot wait.
Yeah, we hope to see you down here at DFS in 2 months. Cheers.
When do we get to do that?
So much fun.
There you
Definitely would love to try and go.
Absolutely.
Well, earlier today in Manila, some very responsible and forward-thinking geckos took it upon themselves to use a simple gesture to bring about what the world needs the most now.
Yes, here's a recap of today's Peace and Harmony Walk.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
All right, half a day. We have here Kiera Diego, our Giving Tuesday Spark Ambassador. You did amazing work, Kiera, last week, showing how your generation is so concerned about our island community and society in general. And we are here today at the home of the geckos in Manila at GW to celebrate your project, right? So what have you guys got going on for us?
So right here behind me, I have a peace march. It's called Geckos Walk for Geckos. Oh my God, I messed up. Geckos Walk for Peace and Harmony. So we have students here holding up signs of peace and generosity messages. And then I wanted to have this event because we can raise awareness for everything that's going on in this world. That let's be kind, because being kind is free. Like, it's no money, no cost. So let's be kind.
Absolutely. Okay, so no, you came up with this and everything like that, but how did your classmates and how did your peers, when you brought this idea to them, like were they all in, or did you have to win them over, or how was it received?
No, they were all in. They were all in, because I didn't have to like ask them or beg them. They were all in, so I was really grateful. And I was scared. I was nervous for this event because I didn't know how it was going to show up. But then I look at everyone behind me and it's good. It's perfect.
If there's one thing I've learned over the course of my career, it's geckos stand together. Anything purple and gold does, it does all as one team. Okay, so what are you going to have here today? And I'm seeing like a whole bunch of international flags. Obviously, your classmates made all these amazing signs. And what message do you want to send not just to Guam, but to the rest of the world?
That being kind is free. And if every human being on earth can be kind, then the world can be a better place. And then also we have there is the 50 state flags for our JRTC cadets at our color guard. And then behind them, we're going to follow them with our peace signs and their awesome messages.
All right.
And then we'll meet at the gym area, and then we'll have a human peace sign in the middle and with the flags around us.
Very nice. Okay, and if you know anything about GW's campus, you know that's a workout walking around this place.
Campus.
All right, outstanding job, Kira. Thanks. Hey, geckos, thank you so much. Let me hear it.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
Amazing events never stop here on Guam because it's what we do as Islanders. So, Mr. Director, if you could, here we go. First event on this wonderful graphic. There we are, a wild market. It's by our friends at Idlewild. I love Idlewild. I go there all the time. And Island Girl Power, equally awesome organization, on December 16th from noon to 8 at the Island Girl Power Clubhouse. It's on Iseng Song Road in Dedio, of course. Local artists, handmade goods, musicians, food trucks, and much more. Just $5 to get in if you're an adult, and free if you're a kid under 12. Make sure to check it out. Celebrate Guam National Wildlife Refuge. Gotta save it. It's the 30th anniversary. They've been around for 30 years, and they are offering cave tours and holiday eco crafts. Make sure to check it out. It's on Sunday the 17th from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. And the high school moot court competition. I'd never heard about this before, but it's happening up in Saipan, and it is awesome. It takes place on the 6th and 7th at Guam Justicia. Check out nmijudiciary.gov if you would like some more. All right, that is what we have for News Bites today.
Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutout submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday on Tuesday to Therese Perigill. Enjoy your special day. Your shout out says, and thank you for being a loving and caring wife and a mother and a wonderful grandmother. This is being sent with all the love in the world from your amazing husband, Robert. Therese, we wish you a happy birthday too, and thank you for everything you do for all of the ones that care about you. Jaden Juwan Tahaji, happy birthday to our bro who turns 3 today. May God continue to bless you with all the love and happiness. We are so blessed to be sharing this life with you, and we love you. Say your Tahaji brothers and sisters. The one and only Dan Stone, Viva Cumpleaños, Chief. Hey, Chief's a friend of ours here at KUM, so happy birthday, Chief. Your friends and family say, in all caps, by the way, wishing you a great day. Not just a good day, not just a pleasant day, a great day, and birthday blessings to you. Thanks so much for what you do for our island, Chief. Maya Gumabon Perez also blows out the candles today. And Biba Maya, your friends say. We hope you have a fantastic day full of love, laughter, and joy. And happy 17th birthday to Nathan Fernando Cabrera Balbin. We hope you have an amazing day, and our pride in all that you have accomplished is immense. And we've watched you grow into an intelligent, strong, hardworking, and kind-hearted young man. Infinity of love, and that's forever. From Mommy, Daddy, your big brother, Rodian, your little sisters, Nicolette and Rain, Grandma Femi, Auntie Sandy, Auntie Jeannie, your cousins Francois and Christian, Ron, Grandpa Cabrera, Uncle Fernando, and cousins Isaiah, Gucci Cap, and Poe. Whew! That's a lot of amazing Guamanians, but you know, we celebrate and we appreciate each and every one of them because today is their birthday. So, happy birthday to everybody! All right. right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for your primetime news. Thanks so much for watching. But before we go, I just want to say our first time at co-anchoring the news together, Matsuki, really, really nice job.
Definitely.
See that? Nick and Destiny keep doing the makeup stuff and everything. Oh, we got this, man. You got Sanchez kids on the job. You know, we'll take care of everything.
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure.
Let's do this again sometime. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you. Have a safe evening.